I've actually been wanting to add a wreath to our barn door like I did for Christmas, and I've had a couple of you on Instagram kind of wanting to walk along on our homeschool day. I just want you guys to know that the house is like not quiet most of the time. It's pretty chaotic in the best way, and the kids are in their fort that they made.
Hey Josie, what?
Good morning, you guys. It has been a while. I feel like I start every vlog with that now because I don't vlog as frequently anymore. I'm really out of breath. Really out of breath this morning. I am 26 weeks pregnant now, and it is just, this pregnancy has been flying by like crazy. But anyways, I decided I wanted to film. I don't know if it... Arlo's all done. I don't know if I wanted to film like a day in my life or a couple days in my life, honestly, because I don't know how much footage I'd get in a day, but just bear with me. Lucas is making his bed right now. He just got dressed for the day. Josie's just kind of like chilling. She's in her oversized t-shirt. We're about to go for a walk. We just had breakfast. And I have had a couple of you on Instagram kind of wanting to walk along on our homeschool day, how we always start our mornings. No matter what, I've kept this pretty consistent. The kids will wake up when they wake up. That'll be anywhere between like 7:30 to 8:30, and I will have that morning, like if somebody wakes up before the other, to have free play. I get to read my Bible, maybe put some dishes away, and then once both kids are up, I start cooking breakfast then. And I've been keeping our breakfasts very, very simple, just to help myself out, and because sometimes they kind of like have been fighting meals lately, not because they don't want the food or that food necessarily, but because they keep telling me they're not hungry, and then they tell me 10 minutes later that they're hungry, you know, just stuff kids do. And yeah, so I've been keeping breakfast simple. So we normally will have like protein, we'll have eggs, sausage. I'll mix the like carbs, where like today we had English muffin, sometimes we'll have a waffle, sometimes we'll have a bagel, sometimes we'll have a French toast, and then we always mix in fruit. So always have like a little bit of a carb, some fruit that we switch around, and protein. And while we are doing that, while we are at the table, that is our time. We pray before our meal, and we read a story or two. That is our Jesus time together. So I've been really enjoying this storybook Bible that I found at Hobby Lobby, but I saw recommended on Instagram, and I'll talk a little more about that later in the vlog. But it's been a really good way of like reading the Bible, but for kids. Sometimes I feel like old Bible stories that I'd read them were just really, really short and didn't have enough like ways, and didn't tell the stories in a way where we could have a conversation about it later, because there wasn't enough detail in the story, if that makes sense. So I really like this Storytime Bible, and obviously I only have those conversations with my 5-year-old because Josie's too small. But with that, we will mix things up. We've actually just finished The Little Pilgrim from Letho's Kids. I loved that story. I'll show you guys those books, like I said, in a little bit, but we always start our mornings with Jesus like that. That is just how we start our day, homeschooling or not. Like, that's how we start our mornings with Jesus, and that's how we learn about God without like putting him in a curriculum. So anyways, now I am going to turn my hot coffee into iced coffee because I didn't honestly even get like to drink any of it. And we are gonna go for a walk because it feels great outside. It's gonna be a hot day today. This will be the hopefully last week of being in the 90s, but it feels cool outside. Oh, you hear the little 2-year-old telling me she's hungry, even though I've given her like an hour to eat. Okay, your plate's still here waiting for you, sister.
Mommy.
You want your food?
No. Mommy, happy. Happy puzzle.
Anyway, I'm gonna get these kids ready to go outside. You want puzzle help?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I will catch up with you guys the next chance I get. So we just did about 30 minutes of handwriting and letter sounds. Now I'm giving Lucas another 25 minutes to go do some independent free play. Josie is finally finishing up her breakfast, and she also likes doing what brother does. So she likes to be at the table with us sometimes, and I will just give her whatever I have on hand. But we were doing these coloring pages a couple of days ago. Josie just finished hers today. There's so many things I've done with the kids. We also did a little fall craft when September started, and it came out really cute. So I'm gonna show you guys, I posted on Instagram already, but I found 2 pictures, coloring pages on Pinterest for free that I just downloaded and had Steven print at work just for us to color together, and the new verse of the week. So here they are. Here is the verse of the week. It says, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul, Proverbs 16:24. That one is obviously mine. Here is Lucas's, and in front are their little craft that we did for the fall. So here's Lucas's little coloring page, and here's JoJo's. Oh, she said, Mommy, look it. Another thing I had him print out, but I'm waiting until the first day of fall, which is next week. It says happy fall, and then it has another verse, which will be great because the first day of fall is on a Monday. And so we have a new verse to learn, and it is, this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Psalm 118, verse 24. So I had him print out 3 copies so I can do it with them. Did I save it in my fall highlight? I will save it in my fall highlight on Pinterest in case you guys want to go look for it. If not, you guys can probably just like search up any of these keywords. So I thought that would be a lot of fun and a great way to start the first day of fall. Just wanted to show you guys some reality of what the playroom looks like while we're doing school and trying to entertain Josie. And this is what the sink looks like right now. And that's just the reality of things. I do not have a husband who works from home. And I feel like, unfortunately, sometimes the homeschool moms I follow do have that. And so like the comparison game is a constant battle, because when you have that extra set of hands, it makes a difference. Like when my husband's here, it makes a difference. And so I needed to show you guys this glimpse of reality, because like certain things do have to wait, and we need to get the most important things in our day done first. Now that we're pretty much done with school, I am going to clean the dishes. The kids are playing, they're listening to music, they're getting the Legos out. There are a couple things I would like to practice with Lucas one-on-one when Josie takes a nap. We'll see how the day goes. We will do bonus work if I feel like it's just the appropriate time and it just fits in our day. Then we will do bonus work. But right now, I'm gonna clean these dishes. It's about 11. The kids will have lunch in a little bit. Josie will take a nap. And my plan for the rest of the day is I'm going to actually prep some dough because I'm making an apple pie tomorrow. I thought I was gonna have the energy to do it all today, but I think I'm just gonna prep the dough today because he also has baseball later today and it's a late night for my husband tonight as well. So I got leftovers in the fridge. I'm not cooking dinner tonight. Wednesdays are typically like I either prep dinner super early or I don't cook it at all because it's just such a busy day. So I normally have to like have something planned out to help myself out. So yeah, no cooking dinner tonight. We got plenty of leftovers. So yeah, that's the plan basically for the rest of the day. It's already getting hot. I'm so ready for fall, you guys. It's a few hours later now, and we actually just took a trip to Hobby Lobby. Found some really good stuff there. I went there originally because I wanted some like cookie cutters, but it's for the dough for the pie. I already have the dough chilling in the fridge. I'm gonna make the pie tomorrow, but I wanted some like leaf cutouts to add as decor. And I found a few other good things there. I love Hobby Lobby's crafts, like kids crafts, because they're really cheap. So I found these sun catchers for us to do. Oh, it makes 12 and it has 8 paint pots. So I got those for the kids. I got some wooden pumpkins and some paint. And some paint. I told them we're not doing it today though because we have baseball. We have to leave for baseball in an hour. I got ribbon. This really pretty, like, is it yellow? Kind of like yellowish orange ribbon. Doesn't say the color. But the reason I got this ribbon was because I've actually been wanting to add a wreath to our barn door like I did for Christmas. And I honestly found a really beautiful wreath there. I thought it was so pretty. It was on sale. This is the wreath I found. And I just love the bow, the velvet bow. So I think this is gonna look really nice on our barn door. The DIY project, I shared it on an Instagram reel. It's so simple and easy to do. The way that I hang it up, so I'm gonna use this ribbon with this wreath for the barn door. Don't know if I'll get to that today. Might have to do it tomorrow. This little cutter for like homeschool things and other random crafts. Just got some baking cups. You see? Here you go. Muffins. And then the last thing that I got, just to be a little festive, were some espresso mugs. I got 2. I just thought they were really cute, and I like to put them above our espresso maker. Has little pumpkins. So I got 2 of those. You finished. And then I got Lucas some stickers. He found stickers. So that's my haul. It is the next day now. This morning did not go nearly as smooth as yesterday. The kids both woke up like pretty cranky. They're doing better now, but breakfast was like not as calm or as peaceful as yesterday's was. I barely got through a story today. And I was like, you know what? We're just gonna like keep it chill today. I think I'm gonna push off school until later this evening. Maybe when Josie goes down for a nap, but I'm gonna get myself ready this morning. I have to pick up some boxes for some return items. I recently went to Sephora and just needed to replenish some of my Merit skincare, and I ended up getting the wrong thing. I just wasn't paying attention, so now I have to go exchange that product. So I decided I would just get ready, and Lucas is dressed as an astronaut right now. You were just a race car driver, now you're an astronaut. Josie, did you see brother?
Yeah.
You saw him? Bespoke, by the way, is my favorite shade of blush from Merit, especially during the like fall/winter season because it's a darker shade. Thankfully, my makeup routine does not take me long. Today's gonna be 91, but overcast all day, which means it's gonna be humid all day. I have no idea like how to even dress for that kind of weather, to be honest. Not a fan. Okay, I just did my quick Sephora exchange. I accidentally got Merit's moisturizing primer when I needed to replenish my instant glow serum. Basically all of my skincare is Merit with the exception of my like moisturizer, but this is what I needed. And apparently there was like a $5 difference. The girl was really sweet and just marked it as the same, I guess. So I didn't like have to pay anything extra. And I had $10 off when I came originally from my points. And then we just popped in to Trader Joe's to pick up ice cream for the apple pie. We picked up boxes from Lowe's that we needed for exchanges, and now we're headed home. Alright guys, it is a gloomy day, but we just did a little bit of math from The Good and the Beautiful. We also practiced cutting with our scissors. I actually found this from Michael's a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know if I really needed it, and that's only because Lucas loves cutting things. Like that's something that he loves to do on his own, so much so that I had to like tell him to cool it a little bit because we were getting scraps everywhere. He wanted to cut everything all the time, all of his coloring pages, and it was just getting a little out of hand. I actually want to show you guys an example of what he just did. He made this little guy. He's just in his underwear. He just grabbed this on his own and wanted to start cutting. So I did help him with like the hair, and I cut this end for him, but he did the rest. You guys can see the difference, but he did the shoes, he cut the shoes, he cut the bow tie and the tie. So it's really good practice for them. And it came with a pair of scissors. We already had scissors, but it came with a pair just in case. It's for ages 4 to 7. But oh, they have some like fall themed ones as well. And now, whew, I'm getting tired. Now I think I'm gonna get started on baking the pie. I have my crock pot recipe going, which so glad I decided to do that today, because baking a pie and then trying to like make a meal for dinner, sometimes that's just too much for me. So if it's a crock pot meal, that like saves me so much, not just time, but energy. I'm also drinking some crisp apple from Olipop. This has been like my favorite drink. I want to say this fall, even though fall hasn't started, but it's so good. Sprouts always has these on sale, but just my little pick-me-up since I can't have another cup of coffee. So anyways, I'm gonna get started on the pie. Because Lucas did not sleep well last night. He woke up several times. nights, even the night prior, he didn't sleep very good. He woke up super early, and while it may not have looked like it, yesterday was a little bit of a rough day for both kids. I was so tired last night that I forgot to put all of the food away. I forgot to put the pie away, I forgot to put our dinner away. I like had some of it already packaged up, and then I woke up this morning and I'm like, oh no, everything is still sitting out. I forgot to put everything away. I woke up around like 5:45 and I tried to very quietly just like start putting things away. I will say that my kitchen is a disaster right now. Like, I just focused on putting everything in the fridge, but our sink is like to the brim. It is high and I feel like I do dishes nonstop. But I really needed to get in the Word of God this morning because, to be quite honest with you guys, I don't even think I opened my Bible yesterday. Like, I read Bible stories to the kids in the mornings, but I didn't even get a chance to read my own Bible. I didn't get a chance to, sit with the Lord. And yeah, so my mornings are sacred. And not that I couldn't have done it while the kids were awake, but you let life get in the way sometimes. And I woke up feeling very guilty, I guess. I felt like the Lord was mad at me. I know that's not true. I know it's not true. It's something the enemy wants me to believe, but I woke up just feeling very convicted. Like, I needed to sit with God. Like, I felt him pulling at my heartstrings to sit with him this morning. And so I did. The dishes can wait. So I spent some time in the Word. I'm not done. I'd like to dive a little bit deeper. I'm doing two things right now. I'm doing my motherhood devotional that I've done once before, but I wanted to do it again because it's so good. It's called She Loved, and it's on the Ascension app. I use the Ascension app, and I just recently got the Hallow app. We use the Hallow app as a family, and I'm not super familiar with Hallow, so there's a lot. Hallow has a lot of stuff within the app, and so I'm still learning how to navigate it. But in case you guys are wondering, so I'm doing the She Loved, and I'm doing Bible in a Year with Father Mike Schmitz, which is on both apps that I just recently discovered. So that's something that I wanted to do. Next was my Bible in a Year and what the readings are for today. So yeah, I just wanted to sit with you guys for a moment to chat because once 7 o'clock hits, I feel like the mornings kind of just start going. It's dawned on me that I have not given you guys a proper update. Sorry, the kids are awake now, so I'm trying to do this quickly. But here is my almost 27 weeks bump. I turned 27 weeks on Saturday, which is tomorrow. The house is chaotic now, but I need to film this for myself too. Oh no, okay. Here's the bump. Oh my gosh. By the way, I did want to mention that the pie crust recipe that I used yesterday, that was my first time making it, second time making a pie from scratch, first time making that pie crust, and it was from Farmhouse on Boone. The turnout, it was really good. The way that it cooked was really good. It was nice and soft. It wasn't overly baked or anything. I definitely liked the texture much more than the first recipe that I used. The only thing I will say is I didn't like how I had prepped it ahead of time, a day ahead. I put it in the fridge, and when I took it out the next day, it was rock hard. So that part, it was really hard to work with, I should say. And so that's part of the reason why I just stuck to the cookie cutter cutouts for the topping of the pie, but it was good. I'm still very new to making pie crust. I feel like it's gonna take a lot of trial and error. So I will recommend it to you guys, just in case any of you would probably have a better chance at making it. I'm gonna try it again later this season, but I definitely think I need practice. It's past breakfast, and the kids are in their fort that they made.
Hey, Jesse, what? Thought about that too.
They used all of the couch cushions, minus the bottom ones, because they don't actually come out. While they're doing that, I'm gonna clean up the table and set up for school. I also have my hair up because It's pregnancy, I just get so hot. But we're gonna start off with some art first, and then we're gonna do some language arts shortly after that. So that's the plan for this morning. I just want you guys to know that the house is like not quiet most of the time. It's pretty chaotic in the best way most of the time, but I'm gonna keep these sounds on because this is like just how things are most of our days. Anyway, something that has been very helpful though for our homeschooling, especially in the mornings, is having this visual timer. This is from Amazon. I forgot how much it was. I think it was like 10 bucks. I can't remember. I'll link it down below for you guys. But I've noticed it's very helpful, not only for myself, but for the kids as well. He's bringing the nugget couch even though I told him not to. So each lesson will run anywhere between 25 to 30 minutes. If longer, it's because he wants to go longer. But I try not to exceed that. That's when I notice he starts getting a little antsy and just kind of like over it, and needs to like move around and run around like they're doing right now. So in between that, I will give them like 15 to 20 minutes of free play while I also like clean up the kitchen after breakfast, or I vacuum the floors from all the crumbs, and I give myself that 15 to 20 minutes also, because I could just keep cleaning and not stop. So that is important for me too, to see visually, like I only have so long to do what I need to do and also not, you know, get caught up on distractions and other things. So it's helpful for everyone. This has been great. What happened to your Paw Patrol book? What happened? Oh my gosh, I'm sweating. I'm sweating already because... Anyways, I had to give you guys that tip. And I've noticed how much better they play when they know they only have like a limited amount of time. If I just gave them all day to play, they're like, what do I do? Which the topic of boredom I'll get to in another video. Okay, wow, there's a lot of yelling in this house this morning, so we got about 5 more minutes left. I'm gonna crank the AC for just a few minutes because I'm telling you, this pregnancy, I'm just like hot all the time. We don't get a breeze either, even with these sliders open for whatever reason. Like the back of the house does not get a breeze. Officially made it to quiet time on this Friday evening, and now I got a chance to just give you guys some updates on our homeschooling journey and how that's going. Now I keep getting requests on Instagram to like go into more detail as far as like what we're doing. If you guys don't know, if you guys are new here, I'm homeschooling my son who is in kindergarten this year, and I have a 2-year-old. So I'm homeschooling my 5-year-old while simultaneously taking care of my toddler. It's a juggling act for sure. It's definitely, I wouldn't say that there's a balance to that. I think some days some things work and other days we're just all a little off, but we try our best. With my daughter, we're obviously not doing like anything, any curriculum with her. She's still so little. She likes to join in with us at the table sometimes. Sometimes I'll have to distract her and, you know, find her something in the playroom. It really just depends on her mood that morning, but we've gotten better with that. I remember in the beginning it was really a struggle. And things are getting a lot better now. We are in a much better rhythm and routine. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll know that we have begun a homeschool group. Now, it's not a co-op. At least from what I know about co-ops is that you will physically go and drop off your kids like 2 or 3 times a week and leave them there where they take classes, from what I'm aware of. If you guys are in a co-op, if you can explain it a little bit more, let me know in the comments. But you would go and just basically just like drop your kid off like they were going to school, is from what I know. Whereas this homeschool group is not a co-op, and they have said several times, we are not a co-op, we are a support group. And I'm not going to share like too much detail, but with our support group, next week will be our 3rd week with them. But it's just this huge homeschooling group of parents. And obviously these parents too will have like infants and toddlers that join in while we do classes. We have classes once a week, but the parents are there throughout the classes. Now, we may not all be in the classroom, but we all have tasks and duties and jobs to help around the group. So we don't do like any homeschooling at home 1 day a week, because we are with them throughout like the entire morning basically. So we have breakfast, we get our things, we leave. Josie joins in with us, and it's a lot of fun. And on top of that, they have field trips happening, a lot of field trips going on next month. I'm super excited about, and it's just been a really nice way of finding a community, participating in fellowship. It's been wonderful in that way. That is something new for us. That's something that we're doing now 1 day a week, and again, it's been wonderful. But this is truly one of those things where like you don't know how to navigate it until you're in it. Kind of like motherhood. Like, you can read all the books, you can ask for all the advice, but until you're a mom, like until you're in it, everything's just gonna fly out the window. And that's how homeschooling is. It's the way I homeschool is not going to be the way you homeschool, just like the way that I mother is not going to be the way that you mother. And you are just constantly learning throughout the entire process. I hope you guys were able to get a sense of our routine in this video. I do want to make a fully dedicated, maybe a couple dedicated videos on like a full day, what a full day looks like with timestamps, and also want to bring you guys along as far as all the materials and things that I have, just for those of you who might find it helpful. Can't include it in this vlog, but those are definitely on my notes, like to make those 2 separate videos for you guys. If there's anything else in particular that you guys want to see or know, let me know in the comments so that I can get to them. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me too. It's been really hard to vlog lately because life, you know, with almost 3 kids now, it's getting so busy, and I try to be really present, especially while we're homeschooling. I try to be really present, not focus so much on my camera, not focus on my phone, because they both need me simultaneously as we're doing homeschool. And so I do miss vlogging though, and I love seeing other homeschool like vlogs and videos. I always find them super inspiring and helpful. I also just want to note that the curriculum is not a do or die. For me personally, I needed structure with beginning this homeschooling journey, and so our curriculum is more so a guide to help us on the day-to-day to fill in the gaps. And if we don't get to a particular subject, that's fine. I kind of try to alternate between language arts and math and not keep the days super repetitive. I'm very flexible. I've noticed when we're very repetitive with something, my 5-year-old just loses so much interest in it. So I kind of try to switch things up. Again, I have a lot of things to supplement with some of the things I showed you guys in this vlog. And again, learning through it all. I know it can seem very intimidating, very overwhelming, but you get to know your child as you're going through this process. You get to know yourself a little bit better too. But I would say we homeschool like 4 days a week, because we have that 1 day with our group. Don't do any like school at home. That's not to say we don't do any learning. That's not to say we don't do any learning. These kids are constantly learning throughout the day. We still have responsibilities, chores. Chores are a big thing that I've now had my 5-year-old doing. I even have my 2-year-old not doing chores, but like she has responsibilities. And an example of that is when we come home, every single time we come home, sorry for the fluctuation of light. When we come home, she knows to put her shoes inside of our basket or leave them outside. It's just like little things like that. I've also had my 2-year-old start picking up the playroom or helping picking up the playroom. She's been wanting to help feed the dog. Really cute. So like Lucas will scoop Arlo's food and then Josie will take the bowl to him. So just her witnessing all of the things, like she is learning, she is absorbing everything. The last couple of days I've heard her say, like while we're coloring, Mommy, this is uppercase. Like she doesn't know what it means, but she's like uppercase, lowercase, because she hears us saying it constantly. So that little girl's constantly learning. We're learning through baking, through our responsibilities, our chores, our playtime. Like learning never stops. On that, I am going to end the vlog here. I feel like there's just so much I didn't get to, like always, but again, if you guys have any questions, please leave them down below so that I can get to them, so that I can jot them down in my notes, and so that I can answer a lot of them in like my next couple of videos. So I'm kind of a little bit scatterbrained because I just have so many things on my mind all the time. But yeah, if you guys have made it towards the end of this video, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I love you guys like always. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.